What's going on, guys? Thank you so much for coming to my YouTube and thank you for watching the videos. Okay, Pastor Jesse, today that's we're gonna talk about Pastor Jesse Lee Peterson, based in Los Angeles, California. He's a talk show host, a pastor, a counselor, speaker, and activist, right from his website. That's what it says, okay? So he's very popular, has, a good audience, large audience online, social media, but also the radio station that he runs, the church that he runs. So we're going to talk about it. And I love it because here we talk about lifestyle. We talk about faith and politics. Okay, that's what we are doing it. And here, guys, I just want you two guys know that it's okay to disagree. Okay, everything I'm saying or my content that I have, I don't expect everybody to be with me 100%. But my hope is we can have an intelligent conversation and about especially faith and politics, and that we can reconstruct this together, all right, and be able to stand for facts and truth. Okay, that's what we want. So we're gonna watch the video. So Pastor Jesse Lee Peterson came on David Pakman Show. David Pakman is a progressive. Okay, he appeared on Jesse Lee's show, one of the videos I watched. So he made it clear he's not a Democrat. He was a progressive and wanted to make that distinction. You can be a Democrat and be a progressive, although many progressive are also in favor or identify as Democrat, but just giving you that context, okay? So David Pakman, very smart guy. He's very articulate. He's well-versed in politics and in issues and all that stuff. So he confronts Jesse Lee. And our take in this will be, I'm just going to focus on the Democrat, what they're doing, according to Lee, and the state of our nation. It's just a debate that is going on. That's why I'm going to play this. And then we're going to end with the part where they talk about Biden's faith and Trump's faith. Okay. This was published 4 months ago. So let's go after it right now. I'll just play it from my computer right here.
You point to a lot of things that you say Democrats have done very poorly. And you've said that this includes in California, but also around the country. What examples would you point to say to the Democrats, here's how you should do it? Is there a state that's doing it right? Is there a country that isn't? They're not saying a country's better than us, but for example, like, is Saudi Arabia getting it right on capital punishment in your mind? Or is North Korea getting it right when it comes to how to control the media? Do you see anything you like there?
So that's a good question that David brings, because, hey guys, this is what it's about. We can call out false prophets, call out false teachers. We can call out everything that is wrong with Biden, everything that is wrong with Trump. But what are we doing to contribute to the solution? So that's kind of a good question. It's a good question Devin asked Jesse Lee. And here's Jesse Lee response. By the way, 100% Trump supporter, Jesse, he will not accept anybody by Trump, but we're not talking about that. So let's hear what Jesse's response is.
The first thing that comes to mind that the Democrats have clearly done to our country is to divide the races in order to divide and conquer. And that is, they have lied and said that there is such thing as police brutality, racism, white supremacists.
Okay.
So out of the gate, he wants to make it clear that the Democrats, they are the ones who have brought divide and conquer. They are the ones who are dividing us as a nation, as a country, because they believe, or they are talking about police brutality, racism, sexism, white supremacism. He says all these are lies and they don't exist.
All the stupid ism that they come up with,
Isms.
those are lies. And the ism doesn't exist in our country, but they have managed to use those words in order to divide and conquer.
Beautiful.
I would love to get rid of those words and let the people know that there's no ism. It's either right or wrong, good or evil. You're either on the side of evil or you're on the side of good, and so that we can become one nation under God again. I would unite the country in that way. The first thing I would do.
I love it. So when you say you want to get rid of those words,
yes.
Would you ban the words? Would you outlaw the teaching of those words in school? Like schools can't use the word racism? How do you do that?
I definitely wouldn't ban the word.
Did you say, I'm sorry, you said you would or you would not? You would or you would not?
I would not ban the word. You can't ban the word.
Got it.
But I would not allow the schools to teach that to the children and brainwash them.
Got it.
In order to do what we see that they have done to the young folks already.
Got it. So school curriculum could not include the word racism.
That's right, because it doesn't exist.
Right.
It's a brainwashing technique to use to divide. We are Americans. We are America. We are one nation under God.
Yeah.
And those words tend to divide us.
Would you ban, and so you don't want any isms taught in school?
No racism, no sexism, no homophobism, no Allah-ism, no white supremacism, and no anti-Semitism. No ism. It's either right or wrong, good or evil.
Yeah.
So anything with ism, he will ban it. He will not entertain it because it's all a lie. Racism, all these things. Then David follows up with this question.
Now, I'm sure you also then would say that when Republicans use the isms socialism and communism, that's also divisive, right? And wrong.
Oh, because there is socialism. Look at the Democrats.
Wait a minute, I'm confused. So, all these racism, homophobism, white supremacism, and all these isms is wrong and a lie, except when the Republicans use socialism and communism. I think David is confused by that, and I'm confused by that because Jesse now is not making sense.
Democratic Party.
Oh.
Look at the mindset of most black people. They are socialists in their mind, in that they rely on the government to do for them and tell them when and where and how, rather than doing for themselves. As a matter of fact, that's what the Democrats want to do by way of the government, is to control the people.
I love David's reaction because there's so much information coming out, and I don't even know how you can conduct an interview with Jesse because he's all over the place and so many contradictions and all that. It's pretty tough.
By giving them things and thinking for them and providing, rather than providing the folks providing for themselves.
All right, there's another question.
Who is a prominent Democrat who's a socialist?
Communism exists.
Who is a prominent Democrat that's a communist?
Wow, that's a good one. You know those 4 radical women that, who are those stupid women? The one from New York and Detroit. What? Yeah, the Squad. Those are perfect example of communism. I can't think of the name. They're so stupid.
Everybody knows the Squad, or at least most if you follow politics, right? And that's who is saying they are communist. They are pursuing the communist agenda. I think it's confusing between socialism and communism. By the way, Jesse, those are the only 2 isms that he likes, or that are not a lie.
Sure. So they
Cortez, I believe, from New York. That's a nutcase. I don't even understand why anyone would even listen to her.
Right.
Let more vote for her. But you have the other one out of what? Yeah, Ilhan Omar and another one.
And what communist communist policy have they advocated for?
They want to take care of the people.
They want to take care of the people.
Think for the people. They want to give free health care, free everything for the folks. Not all are they evil. It's pure communism.
Jesse, do you know what communism is?
Yes.
What is it?
The people, when someone else wants to control you, it's about controlling other people.
All right, is confused, you can tell. We're gonna just skip and go to Biden and Trump religion, and we'll close in a couple minutes. So I'm gonna just fast forward it. Just wait a second.
So pot or their crime wasn't bad enough to keep them in prison, some kind of dumb stuff like that.
You don't
I
like
don't
that.
know how much I support that because I haven't had time to really look at.
So here he asked about, David asked Jesse two things that, what are some of the things that you haven't liked Trump done? So he mentioned about prison reform. He doesn't call it like that. He says letting people out of jail, that Trump has done. And then also he talks about the Supreme Court justice that Trump nominated a female, and he doesn't like that. He says that's identity politics, and he didn't want Trump to choose a female because he is a female. So I'll just forward a little bit because the video is getting long. So stay with me, and let's go to Biden's.
One other that might make you feel good on the inside. Qualified person, and not even
Certainly,
into the hands of the Democrats. When you do that, and you and I know that the Democratic Party is an evil party. It has no godly values at all.
You know what's weird about that?
The Democrat, this is where I wanted us to come, so let's watch this for a couple minutes. We are about to end. So he says the Democrat party is an evil party. There are no Christian values. And David comes with this question, which I want us to end on.
Jesse, you're a man of faith, right? And you're a Christian counselor and, all of this stuff.
We also have an entrepreneur academy where we're teaching young men how to start their own businesses, or if they already started, we help them enhance the business. I started a credit union where we loaned them the money and they pay it back with small interest. We've been around for 30 years now. Bond, the Brotherhood's organization of a new destiny.
Right,
and
but my question...
rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man, because most males today are beta males.
Right.
Men, so we're showing them how to overcome being a beta male.
Okay, so I was trying to keep this from being a cartoonish farce, but it's not clear that that's possible. But to get back to the sort of religious question that you brought up, when I look at Donald Trump and Joe Biden, this is not looking at politics. This is just looking at religion. Like if I were a voter who cared about religion, I look at Biden. He's been a devout Catholic his entire life. He's gone to church since he was a kid. He knows scripture. He understands Catholic teachings. And then I look at Trump, and Trump never went to church until he decided to run for president. Never read a Bible, doesn't even know how to hold the Bible. If you ask me which is the religious president, who's the Christian, the candidate, not president, isn't it obviously Joe Biden?
This is the big question and debate today. Even when Trump was president, a lot of evangelicals, right, will don't look at his faith. Don't look at Trump's Christianity or all that. He has a conservative Christian-like agenda. That's why we follow. And then even when Obama was there, he would go to church. He would say, I'm a Christian. Some people still don't believe even today that Obama is Christian. They always say he's a secret Muslim. So let's listen to what Jesse's response to David Pakman.
No,
it's not.
Joe Biden, Satan could quote the scripture for you. Satan could go to a Catholic church
Okay.
Satan can hold up the Bible, and there is no particular way of holding the Bible. That's a dumb idea.
Wow.
You can hold the Bible wherever you want to hold the Bible.
Okay.
And that's so dumb, I can't even believe that people even mention that.
Wow.
But Joe Biden is a very weak beta male, and it just because he went to a concert, look at the Pope. The Pope is 10. The Pope wear a beautiful gown.
Oh, the Pope.
And he goes out and pretend he want to greet the people. But if you touch his hand, he's going to slap it away. And he knows the Bible. He went to Catholic school and Catholic church.
Right.
Just because you go to church or read the Bible doesn't mean that you're a Christian.
Oh, that's interesting.
Christianity better than Joe Biden could ever think of what a Christian is. Joe Biden doesn't even know he's in America right now.
Joe Biden doesn't know Christianity. Is far from it. Okay, just like the Pope, the Pope, you know, it's not about going to church. That's a good point. But is just only to defend Trump no matter what.
Which Christian value do you think Donald Trump most strongly embodies?
Perfect love.
For who?
All people.
Wow.
Wow. That's what David is surprised, but Trump, the Christian value he exhibits, it's love. And Biden is not a Christian. He doesn't even know he's in America. That's what the pastor accuses Joe Biden. But it's the conversation that needed to happen that I wanted you guys to have with me online. So leave a comment and let's talk about it. All right. I appreciate you so much, and make sure you watch other videos. I'll see you soon.